I'm back. It's your boy Tunnel Vision. I'm still stuck in traffic. Same day as the previous video. I'm probably gonna put this out tomorrow. This thing is bad. Damn, man. It's gonna take me a while to get there. I'm be there like 3-4 damn hours, man. I'm gonna be leaving there at night. I shouldn't have procrastinated. I should have left earlier, but it is what it is. But anyway, we're gonna talk about Terrence Crawford right now, though. And about Terrence Crawford taking that Earl Spence fight after he's done with the after he fights Mean Machine. You know, Mean Machine. He's a monster. He's a beast. Another BS top rank fight they got set up for him, which they're not gonna promote. They're not gonna give him any shine. And through the entire promotion, they're probably gonna be talking about Lomachenko and showing Lomachenko highlights and promotional videos like they did in the Amir Khan fight. If he has the opportunity of fighting Earl Spence next, he shouldn't take it. As a fan, absolutely yes. I definitely want to see him, fight Earl Spence, and I would love to see him fight Earl Spence next. But if he's being smart and he's being intelligent and he's thinking about himself, he's thinking about generational wealth, he's thinking about his kids and his future, he should not take that fight. He should learn from Manny Pacquiao and learn from what Manny Pacquiao did. Bob Arum was pimping Manny Pacquiao like a hoe. He was stealing all kinds of money from him and Michael Collins. You see, as soon as he got with Al Heyman, Michael Collins was out of there when they're able to show him that this boy right here he's stealing money from you. He's, getting side money from Bob Arum. You need to not only get rid of Bob Arum, you need to get rid of him too. And they when he tried to leave Top Rank and Bob Arum, they try to hold him and keep him in there. But as soon as, this dude signed with Al Heyman, Al Heyman's people filed that lawsuit against Top Rank and against ESPN, they let go of that boy real quick. real quick. And I know it's mostly because of ESPN. ESPN was not trying to deal with that smoke and that type of litigation. They're like, oh, hell no. And got him off. Then obviously we seen Manny Pacquiao with big, huge fight with Adrian Broner. And he made good money off of that. And then he made a lot of money off of the Keith Thurman fight. And if he's smart, he'll take the Earl Spence fight and make himself $40 to $50 million in that particular fight. Because that's a $1 million pay-per-view fight. That's, wherever they have that, it's going to be a crazy site fee for that. It's going to be a ridiculous amount of money made off the gate. And I'm sure that's a fight where they're going to have closed circuit seats as well. And bars, what they're going to be paying for that fight, that's going to be an event if they make that happen. So hopefully Manny Pacquiao does take that fight after Sean Porter and Earl Spence are done with their bout, because that's a lot of bread. Manny Pacquiao has a possibility of signing from when he signed with PBC, within 3 fights making almost $100 million in 3 fights. So looking at that, I'm going to say that Earl Spence shouldn't take the fight right now. He's still under contract with Bob Arum. He's still under contract with ESPN. Supposedly his contract is supposed to be up in either the end of this year or the end of next year or sometime next year. If that's the case, he shouldn't take that fight. He should wait it out. Manny Pacquiao had the opportunity of making substantially more money in the Floyd Mayweather fight than he did. Yeah, I remember when they had the fight and he got his paycheck, on the day of the fight, and they were talking about how disappointed he was with the check that he got. I remember from the build-up to the fight, and they were, talking about the contracts and doing the contracts and seeing clips of Floyd Mayweather coming out like, yo, they doing that boy dirty. They doing that boy real dirty. And LB coming out just shaking his head like, yo, they doing that boy dirty, because they seeing what's in the contracts. They're getting paid. Their side is good. But obviously there's language being brought for them to put in as it pertains to Manny Pacquiao on his side, where the money's going to go to, how it's distributed from the Top Rank side, from the HBO side. And they said they were doing that boy dirty, And he got nowhere near that $160 million. That side got $160 million as far as Top Rank is concerned, But Manny Pacquiao got nothing close to that. He'd be lucky if he got $30 million off that fight. He didn't make a lot of money. He actually would have been better off taking the $40 million flat fee that Floyd Mayweather gave to him. And the reason he would have been better off taking that $40 million flat fee was due to the fact that His contract was over with Top Rank at that time. His contract was completely over. You know, before that Marcus fight where he took that short little nap, his contract with Top Rank was over. He was free and clear to go sign with whoever he wanted to sign with. He could have signed a one-fight deal with PBC, or he could have signed a deal with PBC. Oh, not PBC didn't exist at that time, I don't believe. He could have signed with Al Heyman at that time. You know, he could have signed with Al Heyman. You know, and he could have got all the money. He could have did a 60-40 deal, where it's saying that, yo, you know what I mean? So, and because they offered him, $40 million flat fee, but he could have negotiated that. You know, they weren't giving no goddamn flat fee. If it was serious in negotiations, he could have got himself 40%. Even 35% he would have been straight, because he would have been getting all the money. He would have been giving the money to any promoter. There wouldn't have been 30% going to anybody else. He literally would have been getting a check. That 35% would have been going directly to him. And you don't have to worry about dealing with the promotions. They're taking care of everything. They're getting your plane to go from spot to spot. You know, they're dealing with all the promotions, everything. All they're doing is collecting your money. 35% of the gate, 35% of, you know, the pay-per-view. You know, your guaranteed purse, which probably would have been 40 million, 50 million, whatever it was. He would have made off. He would have got over, you know, $100+ million. He would have made $100 million. It would have all went to him, to nobody else. Top Rank wouldn't have been getting a piece. Nobody would have been getting a piece. It would have been all him. But, you know, he chose to re-sign with Top Rank. And I think Terrence Crawford should learn from that. You know, learn from that. And I understand he has this weird thing where it's like, yo, he's cool with getting his money that he's getting right now. I mean, he has a mess up contract where he's giving 8% of his money goes to his old promoter. And what I don't understand is why they didn't get rid of that when his contract was over with Top Rank and when he was re-signing with Top Rank. You know, because I believe the contract said as long as he's with Top Rank and he's a champion, he has to pay that other promoter 8%. Once your contract was done, they should have got rid of that. They should have been able to, you know, leverage the fact that he doesn't have to sign the Top Rank. You know, I'm not sure why they didn't. You know, he could have did that, and, you know, we're gonna give you $1 million, we're gonna give you 1.2, and that's it. Because that 8% adds up, man. You getting paid 3.something million, 3.5 million a fight. 8%. Man, that adds up year to year, you know. And I understand, like, he might not care, but man, you should care, man. That's how many kids that man got? 5, 6 kids. You're taking food out of your kids' mouths. That's generational wealth that you're taking from your kids, from your family. You know what I mean? You should be upset by that. You should be extremely upset by that. You know, that they're taking basically food out of your kids' mouths. You know. Your car gets messed up. This guy's trying to upgrade your car or whatever, and he doesn't do it in time, and you paid him $30,000, you know, and he's taking too long. You go over there, you know, forcibly force this man to bring your car down. You take his car, you know, away, your own car away. You know, rough him up a little bit where charges are filed against you over what, $30,000, $40,000. You're mad enough to do that over $30,000, $40,000. But you're okay with these people pimping you out of millions of dollars. Millions of dollars, but you're okay with that, though. That's just stupid, man. And we know Bob Arum's taking his 30%. This guy could be losing up to, you know, close to 40% of his money off the rip. And then I still remember from his last, you know, the last bout that he did at home, we know how he packs up the house. You know, we know the kind of money that should be, you know, he should be making off those gates. We know the type of money he should be making off those concessions. You know, that the funds that should be generated off of that. Yet they said that his cut off his last bout over there from the gate and everything was $400,000. It's like, come on, man. And we know you made a whole lot more than $400,000. They made a couple $1 million off that gate. When he fights in his hometown, they come out, man. They come out. You know, so for you only get $400,000 on the ESPN telecast, they said he's getting additional $400,000 from the gate. What? And you see how much Tyson Fury is supposedly getting per fight? You know, when you're bringing in the big numbers, when you're bringing in the big gates and you're playing third fiddle, and you see how, they're promoting the hell out of Tyson Fury, you see how they're promoting Lomachenko. Come on, man. You got to wise up and you got to be smart, man. You got to get smarter, man. Stop letting, you don't care about, you losing that money. Care about your kids losing that money. And Bob Arum makes more money off every single fight that he does than Terence Crawford does. Trust me, the check he gets from ESPN is substantial. Every fight is substantially larger than the one that Terence Crawford gets per fight. And you got to start looking at that, man. If I'm him, I believe that what he should do is he should run out that contract. Run out that contract. Even if Bob Arum wants to set up that fight, run out that contract. Don't put yourself into a space where he's taking 40, 50, 60% of that, the finances that are coming in. Run out that contract. Especially if he can be done with it next year. Earl Spence got a couple of fights. He's looking at this particular fight. He's looking at a Manny Pacquiao fight. If they do a Manny Pacquiao fight, they're going to do it later on during the year. You can make it clear to them, do a mandatory fight, take on a Danny Garcia if that fight's available, do that fight. Do a Ugas fight, whatever it is, and be like, my contract ends at this time and I'm going to be ready to go. Contact Al Heyman. Let's see what he can do. We've seen what he did for Mikey Garcia. We've seen what he did for Floyd Mayweather. We've seen what he did for Chavez Jr. We've seen what he did for, even for J-Rock in his situation. He got J-Rock out of his contract. We've seen what he did for Ruiz, getting him out of that contract when it came to Top Rank. He's the guy that gets you out of contracts from Top Rank. He's known for that. Contact him. Contact him. So he can have his people look at the paperwork, look at everything the way it is, to see, to see what they can do as far as getting you out of that contract, or making sure when your contract is over, you're good and they don't try to hold you. Make sure, so when that contract is done, you're able to leave. He also got Jesse Vargas out of a Top Rank contract too. And once you leave, you get paid. And you get all the money. You don't give Bob Arum a cut. You don't have to worry about a secondary network. You're just in a space where you're with a promotional company with or a network and with Fox, who's really actually going to push the fight, who's going to actually push you and your talents and your skill set. You have a big huge fight between the two of y'all where you get all that bread, man. You know what I mean? Where you get all that bread. And all the Terence Crawford fans, y'all motherfuckers need to separate Bob Arum from Terence Crawford. You guys know what Top Rank is. You guys know what Bob Arum is and what he's about. And all of a sudden, just because Terence Crawford is signed to him, you just want to close your eyes to what he is and what he does. Separate yourself from those two situations, man. Separate yourself from those two situations. Separate yourself from it. It's not the same thing. If you trash Bob Arum or if you trash Top Rank of what they do, it doesn't mean that you don't like you don't like Terence Crawford. They're not one and the two. They're not intertwined somehow. Like they're the same person, like they're married or something like that. Okay? They're not. And the reality is, he needs to leave them, man. And he needs to not take that Earl Spence fight right now. He needs to wait. Wait until you're free. So when you get that 40%, 45%, whatever it is, all that money's going to you. And then if you take a loss, if you win, you're with a promotional company that's going to push the hell out of you the way that you should be pushed and show you the respect that you deserve as a champion and the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world that you are. And if you lose, so what? They're going to still push you. They're still going to put you main events. You're still going to get paid. Look at Danny Garcia with his losses. Look at Adrian Broner with his losses. Look at Sean Porter with his losses. Look at effing J-Rock and his loss and how they pushed him up, kept getting him paid. That man has purchased over $1 million worth of real estate that's bringing him soft income every single month before the Jarrett Hurd fight, because of the way he was actually getting paid on undercards. He was able to do that. That's at least $250,000 that he's put down on properties. At minimum, $250,000 that he's put down, not including closing costs. At least $250,000 he was able to put in before that fight. And knowing that he has that intelligence, because that's also what they do. They'll show you how to invest your money correctly. They'll show you how to invest so you can build that long-term wealth for your family. Why do you think Quillen, he fights once in a while? Quillen is paid. Quillen has real estate all over the goddamn place. Killing, whatever the hell you call him. He has real estate all over the damn place. Paid. They'll show you how to do that. So just, you know what I mean? Be smart, man. Look at Harrison. Harrison took a major L. They pushed him up, kept paying him right. And look at him now. He's a champion again. Lubin is creeping back up as well. So even when you take that loss, they still push you, whether you're a star or you're just a regular, one of the regular fighters who are just coming up. Look at Robert Guerrero. How many $1 million fights he caught after he took that L off of Floyd Mayweather? Had multiple multi-million dollar paydays. So if I'm Terence Crawford, man, I'm advising him. I say, man, wait out that deal till it's over. Find a way out of it. Find out who the Michael Kahns are in your group, in your team. I won't say his name and everything everybody says, everything positive about him, but I think you have a Michael Kahns in your group, because I don't understand how you still have that 8% thing sitting over there. I don't see how somehow you just signed a deal with Top Rank and the guy's supposed to be your manager, is not going to DAZN, is not going to PBC, going to Showtime to see what kind of deals that they're going to give you, and then leveraging that to get a bigger deal from ESPN, like Deontay Wilder did. Went to ESPN, went to DAZN, and then after got those deals locked down, then he went to Showtime and leveraged those deals to get what the hell he wanted. Got 20 for the Dominic Brazil fight. Got himself a contract where his money's guaranteed, but he's able to go to other networks if a certain big fights come along. So he's still free to do whatever the F he wants to do. That's what he did. But your manager doesn't do that? Doesn't even go out there to see what's available for you? Doesn't even go do that? Mikey Garcia's contract is over right now. He's with Al Heyman. He's going around seeing what's available. What's available out there? What are people going to offer me? Before I start fighting, continue fighting on PBC, again. He's looking to see what's available out there for him. With Al Heyman still being his manager and his advisor, and advising him to do so, like he does all his fighters. He's doing that and leveraging that to either get a bigger deal where you're at or letting you go to get that bread. Do that, man. It's time to wise up, man. It's one thing you're allowing yourself to get pimped like a little. It's another thing when you're allowing somebody else to steal that money out of your kids' mouths, man. To steal that generational wealth away from your family. It's time to wise up, man. Time to open your eyes to what the hell's going on. Time to open your eyes. Don't be that field Negro that's okay, that's happy with the fact that Master let him inside the house and letting him sleep inside the house at night now and giving him that good clothes and that good food. And saying, nah, I don't want to risk, running across a couple of miles and going into complete freedom. Earl Spence bet on himself. See where he's at right now. Deontay Wilder bet on himself. See where he's at right now. Time to wise up, man. And open up your goddamn eyes. I'm out. See you on the next one.